Hello, welcome to your grounding practices. So these are for opening the channels of the root chakra. So the root sits at the base of the spine and the legs are what connect us to the earth. So these exercises, the first one opens the channels of the legs and releases blocks, and the second one allows us to root down and energize, draw up energy from the earth and release back down whatever's ready to be eliminated. So the first one, you're going to need a belt. You can use any kind of belt or scarf, whatever you've got available. And we come lying on our backs. We're going to start with the right leg, so bending the left leg, just having that foot flat on the ground. We start by pulling the right knee up towards the right shoulder. So just opening up the groin area and then rotating the ankles, so beginning to open up and release any tightness or blocks in the ankle. And when you're doing this practice on your own, just take your time, listen to what your body needs. So if you need to go longer rotating the ankle, if it feels very stiff, then you might want to do some points and flex. And then taking your belt, we're going to lift the leg up but not straighten it. And to begin with, just stimulating the sole of the foot. So you'll probably feel those sensations, getting the energy starting to move. Taking the belt forward and backwards along the base of the foot, the sole of the foot. And then coming to centre, keeping the foot in a right angle. We're going to inhale the knee down towards the chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to hold on to create some tension for the leg to push against. So then the leg is pushing up. We're not going to totally straighten. And then again, inhale, leg down, exhale, pull on the belt, create some tension, and push up. Inhale down. And what you may be finding is your leg is juddering or shaking. You can probably see mine is a little bit. And this is the channel beginning to open. So those judders, those shakes are releasing of stuck energy. So what we look to do is find that point where the juddering is at its most intense. So for me it's about there. And then we just hang out there and let the body work its magic. So it knows what it needs to do to release and open up those channels in the legs. Just breathing long and deep. So it's a totally involuntary movement. You're not having to do anything. And if you're not finding there's any juddering going on, just keep practicing this movement, and in a few days you'll find that your legs begin to release. So sometimes we become very stuck and blocked in our legs, and if that's the case, it may take a few days practice before your legs are able to release and open, so just persevere. Okay, so you can carry on doing this for as long as feels good. I'm going to inhale, exhale, straighten, And then just take that leg down. And then on the other side, bringing the left knee in. To begin with, just opening up the groin, stretching that knee towards the left shoulder. And make sure as you're lying that your shoulders aren't tense. They're just relaxing down. You can let the tip of your tailbone release down into the floor. So you're really feeling like you're releasing downwards. Then rotating the ankle. Again, if this side is feeling stiff and tight, lots of clicks, then just keep going. You might want to do some point and flex. Otherwise, taking a hold of your belt. And to begin with, stimulating the sole of the foot. Lovely when you feel the energy. Then coming to center, inhaling the leg down, exhaling, creating some pressure for the leg to push against. Straighten but don't lock the knee. Locking at the knee is one of the things that creates blocks in the leg channel. So you can start to notice when you stand whether you lock your knees, jam them back, because that will be affecting your connection with the earth and how energized your root chakra is. When you feel the legs start to shudder, just find that point where it's naturally shaking, and then just hang out. Breathe long and deep. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips, release the tailbone down to the mat, and just let the body release. If you find you've got your jada going on and then it disappears, which sometimes happens, just come back to the inhaling, the knee bent, exhaling, pushing against the strap to straighten the leg until you find the juddering starting again and you find that point where the body is shaking involuntarily. You're not having to do anything consciously. Okay, so you can keep going if that's feeling good. I'm going to inhale, exhale, release that down. So you might want to just do a couple of side to side with the knees, releasing any tension, and then rocking backwards and forwards. We're going to come all the way up onto our feet, and I'm just going to move this up so that you get a better picture. So we bring the feet hip distance apart, And make sure, often we're a bit stingy. Think about where your hips are and really allow the legs and the feet to be aligned. Spread the toes and then take the heels out so that your toes, you're not pigeon-toed, but the out edges of the feet are straight. So it does feel like you're a little pigeon-toed. And then softening the knees, push down and to the outer edges of the feet. So it's as if you're standing on a piece of material and you're pushing both feet away to try and straighten or tear that material. Imagine that kind of attention. Breathing, and just check as you're doing that your hips and your shoulders are aligned, so you're not falling back or forward. You're nicely aligned through the body. And then we're going to begin to draw energy up through the legs. So inhaling your hands up, we bend the knees. And then as we exhale, we release energy down into the earth. Inhaling, drawing the energy up. Exhaling, releasing the energy down. And if you feel your legs start to judder, that's a sign that the charge, the prana, is beginning to move. And again, in this position, as you move through the bending of the knees and the straightening of the legs, you can pause and find that point where the body wants to move. I'm not feeling it anywhere particularly. It's a little bit there. And then just allow the body to move. So if there's stuck energy that needs to be discharged, that will be released. And if you're depleted, then energy will start to be drawn up into the body and energize you. So this is a really, really lovely one to do outside. It's pouring with rain at the moment, so I'm taking the softer option. But it is really lovely to do it with your toes in the grass. So there's no limit to the amount of time that you can do this exercise. And both of these, if you're feeling like you're running on fear, or you're feeling like you're disconnected from your body, you're disconnected from the earth, both of these exercises are a really great way to come back to yourself, come back to your root. And doing these just for a few minutes every day will have a very grounding, steadying effect. See if I've got a little chatter going on there. Just a little. So you can keep going as long as feels good. When you feel those jadas, pausing and letting the body start to do its thing. I'm getting a little bit of one now. There we go. So they can be very subtle, or they can really have you jump around. So keep going for as long as you like. I'm going to come out, say Satnam, good to practice with you. Until next time.